So I just made a video about 15 minutes long, and I had my headphones on in my car, and it was a great video, except none of it got recorded audibly because my headphones were on in my car. And so I'm gonna remake the video now, and I hope it serves you. Today we have a question coming from CJ. What's going on, CJ? CJ has given me like a list of topics. And with this list of topics, they're really interesting and they're great. And I think a lot of people can benefit from these topics and questions. So thank you, CJ, for your question. Before I get into the video, I ask that for those of you watching to give this video a thumbs up if it serves you. It helps spread the message, the positive, loving message that this video is going to contain. So a thumbs up and a comment below would be supportive of this video and the way it spreads. So CJ today wants to ask me in a nutshell to talk about being an empath and what it means to be an empath. And so I'm going to explore this and step outside because I like fresh air with these videos. So CJ wants to know about being an empath. And as an empath, how do you protect your energy? All right. And so first things first is I'm going to describe what it means to be an empath. All right. And so what an empath is an empath is someone who's very sensitive, is highly sensitive, and can feel energy very strongly. So what that means is, like, if I'm an empath, that means that, if someone is extraordinarily happy, all right, and I'm in that person's presence, I'm going to walk up to that person and feel the happiness coming off that person. And I'll feel it, and I have the ability to feel it as if it's my own happiness. And I can feel so deeply into that happiness that I'm aware of what's making them happy. I can sense it. The sixth sense, tongue twister, is alive in me, and it's strong in me. And I'm able to with that sense, pick up on other people's energy and feel it and really step into their world and understand. And so, an empath is someone who's very sensitive to energy. And so CJ wants to know how, because I'm an empath and I'm so extraordinarily sensitive to other people's energy, how do I protect my energy so that when I'm around someone who is negative or angry or sad, that I don't get swept away by their energy, and I don't lose myself in their energy. And so the word that comes to me that has been extraordinarily potent and powerful for me as an empath, right? I can resonate with the empaths out there because I'm extraordinarily sensitive and I can pick up on people's energies and vibes and feel them as if they're my own. And so the thing that really has saved me, because I would experience getting swept up by other people's energy, the thing that has changed my life is the word grounded, right? Learning what it means to be grounded in my energy, learning what it means to be solid and stable and here, present, centered, grounded. And so what grounded means is my consciousness, my energy, my spirit is strong in my body. It's strong in my body, and it's strong in my mind. I'm here, I'm present, and I'm planted on the earth. Like when I step into someone else's energetic field, I'm able to observe as opposed to absorb. I don't absorb their energy because I'm linked with the earth beneath my feet. And because of that, my energy flows smoothly, and I'm able to simply feel I can control. I can choose what to do with my empathic, sensitive nature. I can choose how I experience them. I can choose how I experience the energy. I can choose, do I want to absorb this or do I want to observe this? And so a lot of people, oh, that's bright. That's bright. A lot of people will, that's an empath. They're ungrounded in their empathetic ability, and so other people's energy gets absorbed. And then next thing you know, the self gets lost in all the energy that has just been interacted with and engaged with. So if you're looking to protect your energy as an empath, the first thing to do is to learn how to ground yourself. And how do you ground yourself? You do that by removing any stagnant, static energy that's in your body and in your consciousness that's being triggered when around other people that are of that energy. And so if I remove that from myself, if I release that and let that go, I'm able to be with my consciousness in a more pure, stable, grounded way. I'm more intimate with the moment. I'm more intimate with my body, and I'm more intimate with the earth beneath my feet. And I get less caught up and lost in other people and the world. And so, yeah, learning how to ground yourself. Number two, part of that protecting your energy as an empath is to stop judging other people's energy. If someone's in pain, if someone's negative or angry or or sad, try not to judge it. And because judging then creates this dynamic where you're now resonant with that energy and that person, because what exists in them to some degree exists inside of you, because we're all here on the same 3D plane. We're all experiencing the same range of emotions. We're all conscious, sentient beings. And so that which you judge in another, you become. Because now you're looking at that energy, you're judging it, you're labeling it as bad, and now you're inviting that energy into your consciousness, and then you're shaming it. And thus creating this dynamic where you're now resonating with that person's energy. And at least this has happened for me and other empaths that I've worked with. But so in the judging of it, yeah, there's a latching on to that energy of that person in a negative judging way. And then there's resonance that happens. And so rather than judging someone else's energy, what my suggestion and recommendation is to simply observe it once again, and to understand it, and even have compassion for that other person, and seek to understand why they are that way. And maybe if you walked a mile in their shoes, there wouldn't be judgment, but there'd be like a strong compassion, maybe even a pride in that person for still even being here and putting their best foot forward. Maybe you learn that's the way they've learned how to survive in the world, is having that energy. Whatever the case is, judging someone else's energy then invites it into your own consciousness in a way that feels like absorption. And then your energy is compromised. So that's the first part to CJ's question. The last thing, we'll make them really short, because it's the second one he said is how to deal with negative people. It's very much so related to that one. Stop. When there's a negative person in your vicinity, a negative person, personally, I don't look at them as negative anymore. I look at them as someone who is like hurting in some way. They're hurting, they're in pain in some way, and that pain is leaking out in a negative way. They're pushing people away. They may be cursing people. They may be very judgmental. They may be very sad or angry, hot-tempered, whatever. I don't look at that person as negative. I look at that person as someone in pain. And because I know they're in pain, well, I don't have to judge them now. I have compassion for them, and me being an empath and someone of service, I want to help heal that person's pain in whatever way I'm supposed to. So if I'm supposed to offer a compliment, or simply or offer my services, or simply just do a silent prayer, whatever it is. Yeah, with negative people, I look to serve them and to be compassionate, as opposed to distance myself and label them as negative and judge them. Because once again, that compromises my own energy. And I know what it's like to be negative. I know what it's like to be in that similar frequency, because once again, I'm a conscious sentient being going through a very similar Earth-like 3D experience. And so, yeah, that's how I would recommend dealing with negative people. Third thing CJ asked about was the law of attraction. And I'll talk about this more in future videos because there's a lot to talk about. But the law of attraction is pretty much, if you're familiar with it, the law of attraction is when it is having the awareness that my energy, my consciousness, my vibration is influencing my life, my reality, and my vibration, my energy is calling specific things into my reality and my experience. And so with this awareness, I can then create my life. But what if I'm aware of the law of attraction and I'm still creating things that I don't want? Well, what that means to me is there's some self-awareness that has not yet taken place. And so in order to create in order to utilize the law of attraction on a higher level, there has to be another level of self-awareness that has been created for the self. I have to understand myself better. I have to know thyself better. That's the opportunity that gets to be that I get to explore. And so so one word that I'll share with you that can greatly change the way the law of attraction has been working in your life is responsibility. Have I been taking responsibility for my consciousness, for my circumstances, for my life, and for my relationships? If I have been taking responsibility, well, that means now I have the ability to respond. That means now I have the ability to grasp onto this thing, this circumstance, this subject, and influence it with my consciousness. I have the ability to release it. I have the ability to change it. And so, yeah, if you want to utilize the law of attraction to on a higher level, my recommendation is to take responsibility for your life on a higher level. And lastly, fourth thing that CJ has asked is, can I offer any tools for personal development, for growth? What are some great tools for that? And you know, of course, books, reading, videos, all this good stuff. I have access to those things, those resources. Maybe I'll put together a list for you all and make a video. But in the meantime, the best thing that I can offer is a free phone call with me. That's the best thing I can offer, and not just to promote myself, but because I've learned from personal experience that having coaching, having mentorship, having someone who is able to go inside of my consciousness with me, with honest, loving feedback and reflection, having someone go inside of my consciousness in the dark spots and help me shine light on it has greatly aided me in my enlightening process, right? Someone who's good at shining light on the darkness, it has been instrumental for me in my self-realization. Mentorship, in my experience, and coaching, in my experience, has single-handedly been the most influential thing in my life. Single-handedly, hands down. And so I'm offering that through these videos, and I'm offering that with a direct phone call. I'll leave a link down below. I'm offering that as a service, and it's free. And it can lead to a longer partnership between you and I, where I do offer 3-month courses. One of my courses is called the Lucid Living course. And in this course, we develop self-awareness. Like we talk about all the things that we talked about today in this video, times 20. And it's a 3-month course. And so I do offer that, but it's not required that you do that. But this free phone call can lead to that if you if you received a lot of value from the phone call. And if your intention is just to have a single phone call with me, and to not do that, that is welcomed as well. I will recommend you donate to me in some kind of way you know, make a donation, it supports me in being able to make these videos and to continue to do these free calls. So, you know, yeah, I ask that if you're going to do just the free phone call, to really consider doing giving a donation, to be able, a love donation is what we call it, a donation, to be able, just to support, right? And yeah, and that helps me continue doing what I do. And if you don't have anything to donate, gratitude is appreciated as well. And so, you know, this call is open to anyone. But yeah, that's me being transparent and authentic, so you know what you're getting into. And with all this being said, I hope these 4 topics have served you greatly today. And yeah, thank you for connecting with me. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for supporting. Thank you for liking this video. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for being interested in self-realization. Thank you for working towards the best version of yourself, because yeah, the world needs you. And right now you're taking charge of your life, and you're stepping into being a powerful creator right now by watching this video. So I thank you, and I appreciate you for watching and connecting and considering these topics, because they're important topics. And so with all this being said, much love to you. I'm about to go to a networking event and connect with some more people in my community. Very excited for that. Much love to you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll be talking to you soon.